apart from the things that she has done and who she is as a person, on the personal level, one thing that I have noticed about her, every time I meet her, whether it is at my in-laws' place or in church or some function, I notice that she's always smiling. So I would now like to welcome our chief guest, the ever-smiling Dr. Joyce Zina, to come and speak a few words.
I'm really honored to be here in this gathering. I've heard about Kevichusa's award the last few years, but to be a part of it is such a privilege and an honor. Padma Shri Neidonuo, as a person, she had an indomitable spirit. Do you know how in the past, how our society and our community handled the chemical abuses? It was atrocious. They would be beaten up. They would be sent out of the village, Jila Bahar, we call it. And then they would be jailed because the life in the village, the life in the family became intolerable. And so what had happened was majority of drug users or alcohol abusers, chemical abusers were jailed so that the family, the community can have a time of peace. But I take pride in saying that Neidonuo as a person, she took upon herself to go and find out what can we do with our chemical abuses. She went all the way to Kripa Foundation, Bombay, and she educated herself on the disease of addiction. And armed with that knowledge, she came and opened a counseling center. And subsequent to that, with Kripa, we set up the NMA-initiated scientific-based rehabilitation center in Mount Gilead Home. And lo and behold, then it was situated in Zusa, where Aparanos, she had a house over there, the family had a house over there, and it was housed over there. And whilst we were sort of treating our boys who were willing to come and be counseled and be led as to how to live a sober life. Lo and behold, an HIV case was detected from among our clients, our inmates. And what had happened was, everybody, as they go up and down, because it is near the national highway, everybody will say, that's where all the HIV people are housed. And drug addicts and HIV people were housed. Because HIV was a new disease, there was so much of fear, so much of stigma and discrimination. The next step that Neidonuo did was, with her team, they visited the chemical abuse as well as HIV positive people in the jail. They were incarcerated over there. And people were so fearful of them. Food were not served, but food were just sort of thrown to them in the plate for them to eat, and there was no contact. But she took the initiative of meeting them and shaking hands with HIV positive. And that broke the stigma and discrimination. We praise God for our initiative, and I think that opened the eyes of the jail authorities.
Angami Kevichusa, the son of Reverend Niser Angami of Konoma village, was the second matriculate among the Nagas, the first Naga graduate, the first Naga officer and magistrate in British India, an honorary captain of the British Army, a recipient member of the Most Excellent Order of the British Empire, and the first Naga IAS officer, a founding member and first chairman of the first regional party of Nagaland, the Democratic Party of Nagaland, a member of parliament to the Lok Sabha, and one of the translators of the first Angami Bible. A. Kevichusa was married to Mani Kevichusa of Mizoram. This annual A. Kevichusa Citizenship Award, or KCA, is instituted by the foundation to celebrate and promote the ideal of citizenship. KCA will annually recognize an indigenous individual or group of Nagaland that has consistently championed, demonstrated, and embodied the ideal of citizenship and unwaveringly sought the common good of the people of Nagaland or collective sections and constituencies thereof. We have already heard about the recipient for this year, but I would also like to call the president of the Kevichusa Foundation to introduce on behalf of the foundation our recipient for today. So I would now like to welcome Dr. Mimi Kevichusa, a granddaughter of A. Kevichusa, to come and introduce the recipient.
The recipient, this year's recipient of the Kevichusa Award, Padma Shri Neidonuo Angami, is a peacemaker because she loves peace. She was one of the first persons to work for no more bloodshed, as Dr. Joyce has already pointed out. The recipient is who, in my view, carries as her motto the words of Edward Everett Hale, a US author, a historian, and a clergyman, and he said, and I apply these words to our recipient, I am only one, but I am one. I cannot do everything, but I can do something. And I will not let what I cannot do interfere with what I can do. And she is from 1998 to 1999, she was a member of the Advisory Committee, Ministry of Environment and Forests, Government of India. And 1998 to 99 again, she was a member of the Technical Resource Group on Women, Children and AIDS, Ministry of Health and Family Welfare, Government of India. Then 2000 to 2004, she was a member of the National Commission on Population, Government of India. Then 2005 to 2014, member of Mission Steering Group, National Rural Health Mission, Ministry of Health and Family Welfare, Government of India. 2012 to 2015, member of the Expert Committee on Tribal Health, Ministry of Health and Family Welfare. And the list goes on and on and on. You know, like it goes into pages. And she is a person who reminds us every day, and to quote John F. Kennedy, one person can make a difference and everyone should try.
When I got the news that I was selected for the work, then I also realized that it's all because of God's grace that I have been given a chance again to be recognized by loved ones. I was a very seriously traumatized child. During 56, Naga-India fight was so strong that we had to live in the jungle for some months. Then after some time, we were brought back to Kohima town. Earlier to that, we were in the Kohima village, Erkel. But after displacement,
we were brought back to Kohima town, and we started our life from there again, with so much of killings every day between the Indian army and Naga army. So most of the days we used to go to, we used to hide ourselves. There was no normal life those days. And in '56, my father was at Dubashi. I have not seen his face, but in '56, he was beheaded in the jungle. And our family did not know who has done what, but he disappeared. And then my grandfathers, they kept searching. After 3 years, that was in '67, I think, his scalp was brought to Kohima, and I saw his scalp in a coffin. So I have not seen his face, but I have seen his scalp, and that had traumatized me. I have some younger sisters and elders also, but for them, for the elders, it was different. But to me, I was the main one who could see that and remember that. So I have lived a very disturbed life, in the sense that with the effect of traumatization, the consequences were so strong, so serious, that I developed a hatred, anger, shame, all kinds of negative feelings. I lived with the negative feelings for a long time. And in the form of taking a revenge about my anger against the Nagas. I hate the Naga people those days. And I decided, I was so interested in meeting non-Nagas. I wanted to make friendship with non-Nagas. I value them much more than my own people, because I thought, consciously or unconsciously, I have emotionally left the Nagas 100% for some time. So I was always after non-Nagas. And after 67, during that time, my mother had to make local brew for sale to support us. Then I got married to a nice person who was a captain in the army. Since I was interested in them, I got a chance to marry this man. And after having 3 daughters, again we got divorced. Because I was very bad. In the sense that slowly, I started thinking for my own people more than others. So he, being an army, he had a very good quality uniforms. And those days, Naga undergrounds were in need of army uniform. So I made an arrangement with some of my family members. So we arranged in such a way that they bring the baskets for her in the night, and continuously all his dresses were sent to the army. So at times I used to feel grateful to him also for that. Even now he has also helped us. But after having these 3 children, we decided to separate, Then my interest became different again. I was so interested in doing social service or getting involved in social organizations. So leaving my daughters with my mother, I was more interested in moving with the women. At times, I used to keep them with me also in Dimapur. But at that time, we had Angami Women Organization. We started Angami Women Organization in Dimapur. And the team was very good. Most of them were our mother's age group. I think I may be one of the younger ones during that time. So we called them Ajo. And we were very active. And you know, those days, there was no mobile, no taxi, except, what is that? Rickshaw. And rickshaw was the cost was 1 rupee or 2 rupee only. From Neidonuo Street to Burma Camp, I think it was 1 rupee. Yeah, maximum 1 rupee. No, so we were using all this kind of vehicles, transportations only, and it is very difficult to contact one another unless you reach the house. So at one point of time, our president, Zalibi, I was the secretary, she was the president, and she needed me so much. I went to Kohima for 2 days to see my daughters, and during these 2 days, she searched for me, coming in search of me to my house, to my neighbor's house, no other way. So after I came back, she came and met me. I said, I don't know, meeting actually. She said that. I don't know, meeting actually. I could not find you anywhere. Salahu, Kevichusa wouldn't found. And you know, that time, one important person died in Dimapur. So it seems she had gone to that Kevichusa also in search of me. Then when I heard that news, I was shocked. I think, slowly I realized that she was so much in need of me, and she could not find me anywhere. So she had gone to Kevichusa. So that is one event I always remember, going to Kevichusa and searching for me. And we had good leaders. We were very friendly, very truthful to each other. Everyone was honest. We enjoyed the work. And I have started learning about social service by moving with these women in Dimapur as Angami Women Organization. That was my first experience. So I can never forget that. Then we have started one Weavers Association in Nagaland. And Weavers Association for all the states in Nagaland. Those days we have only 7 districts. So all the 7 districts members were there. And Dimapur was our headquarters. And people were very active those days, especially the weavers from all tribes. My most concern from before till today is that I feel the importance of women's role in promoting social harmony and peaceful coexistence. So that's my main objective. And secondly, since I had the experience of trauma, I feel that taking initiative to reach out to children affected by political social or anything. But these traumatized children, I feel it is one of the most important thing to address. And lastly, having some experience about dealing with old people, showing respect to the elders is very important at all levels in all communities, because we believe that blessings in the community is manifested by the presence of elders. And and honoring them is very privilege. So these three things, if God be willing, I want to continue addressing these issues. And whatever we could do, wherever we could go, however we could succeed, is not because of Neidonuo. It's all teamwork. And I had a good team, especially in NMA. We had the best batch of women to guide us with their life experiences and their wisdom. And I've learned a lot from them. And I respect them so much. And Auntie Lucy Haralu is one of them. Oh, I miss them. And lastly, I want to thank all of you once again, and I pray that God will continue to use you to do this charitable work, and I wish Kevichusa Foundation a great success at all times. Thank you.